Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to review our course, and it's a very simple revision to the course 513. Uh, Here I will just tell you about the topics that we have covered in this session. And okay, though the topic seems here very short, but we have comprehensively discussed all the topics in detail. Okay. So the first topic that we discussed in our class is the paragraph writing. Before paragraph writing, we also dealt with some grammatical rules, if you remember them. So we have discussed with some grammatical rules in our class, and then we decided to learn grammar together with the some other topics. Okay. So the now the major topic of the session was paragraph writing. Then we have discussed essay writing, presentation skills, report writing, and comprehensive discussion on each and every topic together with the feedback and assignments. So now paragraph writing. In paragraph writing, we generally uh, discuss how to write a paragraph and what are the types of paragraph, what is the form of paragraph, what's the length of a shortest paragraph, and some other major and minor things. Uh, if we should talk about the writing types of paragraphs, so how many types we have learned in our classrooms. The first that we discussed was the descriptive paragraph. You all have lectures on your description writing and descriptive paragraph. Then we discuss the topic of narrative paragraph, and after narration we also discussed argumentative paragraph together with explanatory paragraph. Okay. During our discussion, we also compared and contrasted how narrative paragraph is different from descriptive one, and how argumentative is different from some other types, and explanatory as well. You have different lectures on types of description paragraph, narrative paragraph, and argumentative. Otherwise, you also have detailed information about all these topics. In this lecture, I will briefly tell you that what we have covered, and yeah, essay writing. So the second major topic of our outline was the essay writing. Of course, we cannot and we can never directly come towards the essay writing before the paragraph writing, because the first step in writing skills, in essay writing skills, is the paragraph writing. Okay. We first discussed that what's the difference between a paragraph, an essay, and how a topic sentence of a paragraph is different from your thesis statement, and how can you develop it further. So a lot of things have been discussed in your classes. Okay. Major types that we have discussed in our classes are, the first one is descriptive essay. How can you write your descriptive essay? How can you develop it? And how can you develop different ideas? How can you add your sensory details here? And then narrative essay. You all have written narrative essay on as your assignment as well. And argumentative essay. We don't put too much stress on the topic of argumentative essay, but we have discussed this topic in our classes as well. Okay, now moving forward, actually it's a very simple revision to the major topics. Then things will also be covered uh, one by one in detail. Okay, presentation skills. First of all, I told you that what are the simple skills, means how can you fit yourself, what is required before your presentation, and during your presentation, and after your presentation. uh, After this, I told you how can you develop your oral presentation, that oral presentation where you have to be careful about your pronunciation, about your stamina, and some other things that are uh, explained in details in your one 2 3 lectures. Okay, I also told you that how can you develop your written draft of presentation, how can you write that what's a phase of preparation, and how you have to set your slides, uh, what should be the writing style, and some other strategies have also been covered in your sessions. Okay, after presentations, we discussed report writing, the topic of report writing in detail. I introduced it and defined it differently. What are the opinions of scholars about report writing? And then we discussed different types of reports in our classes, and we also highlighted universal aspects of all the types, means similar aspects that are present in each and every report, and what is the form or the structure of report writing, together with some hints that how can you develop your own reports. Though there were confusions, but when you will read this lecture, um, so you will get ideas. Okay, comprehensive discussion has been a part of each and every topic. Means we discuss paragraph topic in detail, essay writing, presentation skills, report writing. Okay, almost on all the topics you have submitted different assignments, and I entertained your queries. I also helped you in writing process with feedback, and still I'm here with you. You can ask me any query regarding all these topics. And okay, these were the major topics. With all these major topics, we discussed mechanics, we discussed grammatical rules as well, and I also told you about some other figurative language, that how can you develop simile, or how can you develop a metaphor, or how can you add your sensory details. So it was a lengthy session, and it was a comprehensive session for you people. Now, uh, in your next lecture, you will get some more things. So, Allah Hafiz, and